Hello, Cancer signs. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 8th going to the 14th of April. So let's dive straight into it for you guys. Let's see what's going on for you. Alrighty. For my lovely Cancer signs. Oops. Okay. Regeneration just came up for you guys there. That's very interesting. I'm going to pull a few more for you. You also have chaos and conflict. And you also have a new life that's actually just trying to pop out there. So it's kind of telling me a story already for you. So you could be going through a little bit of a transformation about yourself through probably the conflict that's going on around you. This is telling me that there's a lot of difficulty that you guys might have recently experienced, might be currently experienced, or going through right now. But either way, the regeneration card is interesting because not only does it speak about transformation, but it actually tells me here, like, the way that I view this card is like almost the light is pulling you out of darkness. So this feels like spiritual divine intervention, if that's what you want to call it, because the environment that you were in or are in is becoming very toxic to you. You're being shown as this tree here, and what do trees do? They soak up all the nutrients in their environment. But what this is showing me is that this soil, this environment that you've been in, whatever this is to you, relationship, friendship, work situation, is actually getting very toxic. And the problem is about it, you're probably an empath, which is why you kind of soak up your environment, is that your environment, if it's not good for you, you unfortunately kind of get affected by it. Maybe it makes you ill, makes you sick, or has an actual like effect on your mind, maybe even as well. Like there's just this energy, not about being rescued from spirit, but it's almost like spirit's not gonna just let you sit there. Like this has to go, or you need to leave. Specifically, you could be leaving, or there could be an opportunity or something outside of this. I'm always seeing the light kind of I always see this as like kind of, what do you call it when you're pulling a tree out the ground? That's what I'm seeing, and it's going to put you somewhere else. So your environment could definitely be changing, maybe against your will. I don't know what this situation is particularly for you, but from a bird's eye view, reading tarot, I can see this is actually for your best interest, because the environment that you're in, the people that you're around, it's not healthy for you, okay? And unfortunately, if you stayed in any longer, it's going to continue to impact you. Maybe you felt a lot more negative lately. Maybe you've got your own like toxic traits from time to time because of the environment you're around. You know, if you're around people who gossip and complain all the time, you might find yourself doing that now, whereas you wouldn't have before. Like something seems to be affecting you. So you're gonna have to get out of it. And I think the spirit is kind of pulling you out. Now, chaos and conflict is interesting. Although it's not coming up in your spread, it kind of does go with the same theme as this regeneration card, because it's almost like there's a lot of chaos going on around you, but this is kind of shattering this external layer of yours. So you might find yourself becoming a lot more vulnerable, sensitive, emotional at this time, and maybe a little bit more out of your comfort zone. But it's happening so that you can kind of retransform yourself, and you will realize that you were not this person that you are now. You're something even more better than that, but it's this environment is not allowing you to see that about yourself. Okay, so that's just a message for somebody out there. Okay, right, let's see. You're going through a bit of a shift of your identity, by the way, Cancer. I can see that. All right, for Cancer signs, please, this week. Ooh, interesting. You have a leg up card. This card comes up when you might be having to get help from other people. Okay, it's almost like needing to depend on others to kind of help you. Sometimes we don't know where to go. Sometimes we don't really know the path ahead, so we're just relying on either spirit and just letting them do the walking, or allowing somebody else to help you. Okay, to help you figure it out. Like, you don't have to do everything alone. And that's something that I want to tell you, Cancer, is if you do have people around you who can support you, or even if it's just leaning on spirit a little bit more, you don't have to work it out all on your own. Like when you leave space for spirit to enter your life, answers come your way, signs come your way, opportunities come in. It's just we have to release the need to control the situation, or need to have the answers by what you're doing actively, and allow it to kind of come your way. Like surrender to it, almost like allow something else to take you somewhere, or allow other people to help you. Okay, for example, if this is in your work, maybe you're having to rely on a partner a little bit more. If this is to do with your relationships, maybe you're having to go back to some family members and get some help from them, or whatever it is. Or if you just have no idea what the transformation is, it could very well just be relying on spirit, like I've been saying. But it definitely feels like this is a vulnerable time for you. All right, let's carry on, please, for Cancer signs. Door to romance. So this could be to do, you also have the 4th chakra, which is your heart chakra. There's a very strong theme coming through to do with your feelings, to do with what you love. Okay, whether the door is starting to open for you, and whether that means new love is coming away, or whether it's actually you kind of unlocking a new, I think you're unblocking your heart chakra. So maybe you're going deep within, figuring out what the blockage is in terms of your heart. Like, I do think that there is a sense of vulnerability. What's interesting is the door to romance is opening now. Sorry, I'm gonna look at the card for a second so I can really see, because I don't know, the door to romance here is the door is opening, the key is literally right next to the heart. You're setting your heart free. So whether you were in kind of a toxic situation where someone was a bit controlling, or you haven't been using you've not been in a relationship for a while, whatever it is to you, there is a sense of vulnerability happening this week. You're unblocking the heart chakra. Interesting. Let's carry on. I wonder what that's going to be, how that's going to show up in your reading here. Let's see. For my lovely Cancerians out there, dissipating. This is just a reminder to not let your life slip away. Okay, sometimes we can just numb out and watch television or go on our phones for hours on end and not even know that time is passing us by. Time is very important, I guess, because we only have a limited time. Don't let that scare you, but it's just a little bit of a reminder that, make sure that you're not waiting for anything and letting your life pass you by whilst you're waiting for it, remember to live. Okay, that's a theme coming up for you there. I will pull one more. Why not? Let's get all the cards out for you guys today. For Cancer, please. You have impartiality, which is asking you to see things in a different perspective. Okay, this brings balance into a situation, which might be important. It's asking for you to see both sides. The story behind this one is 2 neighbors are arguing about, what color they want to paint the fence that they share. One wants to paint it blue, one wants to paint it red. They ask this lady for help, and this lady actually gives them the opposite color of what they want, so that they can see life or beauty or from each other's perspective. Okay, so there could be a message here that there might be a need to look at something differently, or to look at something from a non-biased point of view. That could be similar to dissipating as well. Again, just don't let your life slip away from you. Okay, carry on. Let's see, let's get you an animal spirit card as well for my lovely Cancerians. Ooh, life is speeding up for you guys. That's crazy. This reminds me of the 8 of Wands. This is really saying that life is speeding up for you, most likely because you're transforming, coming out of a toxic situation here. That's why I'm seeing that your heart is becoming free. So I don't know if something you've blocked yourself off so that something couldn't hurt you, which in a way that's kind of good, because it would have, or maybe you already did. But you're setting yourself free from a situation, and because of that, life is speeding up for yourself. Life is speeding up for yourself. Right, let's see. You guys know I'm not good with my words, okay? And if you didn't know, now you know, okay? Right, let's see for Cancer signs. All right, this is showing up in your recent past. You have Judgment. This is about really surrendering. Very similar to the vibes I get from the leg up card. You could really be surrendering to a situation and allowing somebody else to help you, because it does feel like a new environment that you're stepping into, or it's just again like beyond your control at this point. Recent past, please. What's behind Cancer, please? The Page of Pentacles. This tells me that maybe you've been learning some new things lately, whether this is in terms of like work, could have been a new work opportunity, or again like you're starting off as the newbie, like learning something. Okay, It's the apprentice of the deck, so it's really about learning new things and being taught and being the beginner. Let's get one more. And Page of Wands, that's about an opportunity. So again, this is kind of what's behind you, so these things may have already happened. The Page of Wands definitely does feel like there could be like good news coming in regards to like a job, for example, a new job for some of you. Page of Wands is usually again about an opportunity here, some sort of news or announcement. And with the Judgment as well, it definitely is like an announcement as well. So you may have really had a lot of news come your way in the recent past. Let's see. This could be the reason why some of you, I don't know why I'm seeing like travel for some reason. Like you're getting good news that you can go and travel somewhere. I don't know if you were waiting for like certain documents or confirmation. I don't know what it is. All right, let's see. Current energy, please, for Cancer this week. The Wheel of Fortune. This is divine. Like this, the Wheel of Fortune, yes, it can represent good luck. The way I see it as well is almost like fated situations happening. It's almost like you don't really know what you're gonna get because the wheel is just turning. You don't know what's coming up next. So you might be embracing a little bit here the divine intervention, okay, which is good. We've seen that. You have the 10 of Cups coming in. Expect really happy times this week. The 10 of Cups is about happiness after difficulty. It's a rainbow here, after the rain, after the storm. So this feels like good news. The Two of Swords, a major decision happening for you guys. Look at this energy coming up. The Devil and the Ace of Cups here. Be careful of any love offers at this time. You do have the door to romance opening up and the heart chakra is opening up. And I feel like, not that it's a test. I think some of you are really giving this love to yourself, maybe even, and that's something that you're changing. But it's like when you're finding happiness, there could be a little bit of a toxic person coming up here, and it's showing itself up as like a new love opportunity, but the Devil is there. So whether you kind of can sense that somebody is just a little bit toxic for you, like we do with the Devil here. Right, I'm going to clarify these cards as well, so don't worry. Let's look at what is in the near future for Cancerians this week. Seven of Swords. Well, there we go. Be careful of love offers here. The Moon and the Page of Cups. This is what it is. It's almost like this can be an apology, or again, this is some sort of like emotional thing, message. But the Moon is here, so it does kind of show again like that kind of hidden, something is hidden. And with the Seven of Swords, that is a card of betrayal. It's a card about being sneaky, or having a bit of a strategy against you, or something like this. Let's carry on. Near future for Cancer. Ace of Cups, one more. The Four of Cups, which is about rejection. You also have the Ace of Swords here as well. Some of you may already know the truth of a situation. I do think, not that it's a test, because I know some people get a bit annoyed with that, which is, I mean, it is true. Four of Cups, Ace of Cups. There's a few messages I want to say in regards to this. I actually feel like I should clarify it first. If your gut instinct is saying, I know what this person's already like, or I know people who are like this and they're not the best people to be around, listen to that. There's a reason why you feel that way. As long as it's not out of stubbornness, because sometimes the Four of Cups can be out of stubbornness. Make sure you're not regretting. Make sure you're not rejecting things out of stubbornness. But if you have a vibe and you have this knowing that something's not good for you, stay away from it, because otherwise you are gonna just find out for yourself that you were right, you know, those situations. But the Seven of Swords can sometimes be about, in some ways I see it as a little bit of self-sabotage. So if there is beautiful love coming away with that Ace of Cups, or, you know, the opportunity to give love to yourself, to feel into yourself, make sure that you don't go backwards. Make sure that you don't self-sabotage in what you know you should be doing or giving to yourself, okay? Like, because again, this is kind of her t-shirt or her hoodie here says, over it. Like, I don't want it. I don't care what you're offering me. I don't want it. When really it's this beautiful new beginning. But again, it'll be different for everybody. And of course, if you know someone's toxic, don't go to them. Okay, that's one thing I have to say. Right, you have Judgment here. Let's clarify Judgment in what's behind you. Judgment. The Nine of Pentacles. This is nice because this is really about building yourself up for financial freedom. Whether this is just feeling very confident within yourself and what you've built for yourself, or who you are, maybe even as well, is starting to come. Like some of you could get some good news about your finances. I don't know why my hand went like that. This is also like she's planted seeds in the past, and they're kind of coming back to her now, and she's able to harvest them now. So for some of you, you could be seeing that past efforts are maybe even about personal development, you know, like whatever it is, something that you have clearly put hard work and effort into is actually starting to pay off for you now, and you could be getting some good news around that. Let's see with the Page of Pentacles. The Two of Wands, I like this. I think you're really focusing and have recently been focusing a lot more on your future here and on the long-term goal. So this Page of Pentacles, again, is about being the newbie, so that later on you can really be the person that knows everything, you know, kind of going from the apprentice to the CEO is the vibes I'm getting here. But you're really looking to expand your life, whether this is about travel, whether some of you could be saving up to then travel the world, for example, like just an example here. Page of Pentacles, Two of Wands, or you could be wanting to expand something that you've learned and apply it in your life. So you are still in a Page of Pentacles position, but again, I think you're trying to figure out how to expand what you're learning and what you are gaining. You're growing a lot. I like this. Page of Wands. You have two, so you have the Temperance and you have the Magician. So Page of Wands again is like good news. You may have manifested in something here. Temperance, of course, is about patience is needed, but the Magician is also about you are able to create whatever it is that you desire in your lifetime is basically what's happening. And I think you're stepping into that. Temperance is asking you to be a bit patient when these are coming in. But it does feel like you are getting some good news about something is starting to manifest. You could start to see the signs. You could be feeling a little bit more enthusiastic about something here, about this new journey maybe, because you do it the Fool here. But the Temperance is just a reminder to make sure that you're balanced before moving forward. Okay, and make sure you're giving to what you're wanting to manifest. It doesn't just happen. Unfortunately, we do have to do some work. And as you can see here, she's actively doing something to manifest. So, all right, I will look into this whole love situation, by the way, if it doesn't come up, so don't worry. Let's see, with the Wheel of Fortune, this actually could be very similar to this Life is Speeding Up card. Like it's like divine timing is starting to happen for you. Let's see, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, please. Justice, interesting. Some of you could have a little bit of a hater here, or somebody who is a bit jealous, envious, or triggered by you. Could be a Libra, but doesn't have to be. The Wheel of Fortune with Justice feels like we said before, this is a little bit of like divine intervention. For some of you, this actually could be a little bit of like karma coming in. You're getting your karma, and I think somebody might not be very happy about it, because you're having this happiness here. And I'm going to clarify the Two of Swords because I think that's quite important, and I don't quite know what this decision is or something that you're having to block off. But the Justice is really about things coming to balance here, and I think that's where your fortune is coming from. Maybe it's from legal situations as well as part of your, I think we said that to you before, Cancer, is that a contract is part of your karma. Like good karma is your payback. I just put that back in the deck by accident, but never mind. All right, let's see the Ten of Cups. Ooh, Two of Cups. There's some happiness coming through in terms of your soulmates around you. Okay, Two of Cups doesn't have to be romantic, but it definitely is about the people around you. So it's soulmates could be family, soulmates could be friends. Like there is a lot of happiness between you and somebody else here. Happy conversation. Let's clarify that one. And Ace of Swords. There's some sort of truth coming through here. Whether it's an epiphany, whether someone is talking to you here and it does feel like there's a happy ending. This is like a new, truthful, honest, new beginning. Okay? With somebody. I wonder who is this person in the Two of Cups? Can I know that? Ten of Wands. This is interesting because Ten of Wands is usually, you know, a bit of baggage. Who in regards to who is this person? Ten of Wands, this could actually be someone who is letting something off of their chest, for example. That's how I see this card sometimes. Someone could have been holding a lot in and now they're communicating it. Ten of Wands is also like coming to the end of a very exhausting journey, and you're entering a very beautiful, honest one. So if it's not a person that you've dealt with, again, you could be really having to let go of a lot of things that have been really taking its toll on you, things that you've been carrying all by yourself. I actually see that you could be opening up to somebody, or someone is opening up. It could be you, could be a family member, and it's almost like the air is now clear, like everyone's happy now. All right, Two of Swords, please. Three of Cups, interesting. Three of Cups is usually about friendships and happiness and celebrating something. So what is the decision? Knight of Swords. This is usually about like rushing to a decision or rushing to a conclusion here. Rushing forward into something. Communicating. What's the decision for Cancer? The Five of Cups. Knight of Swords and the Five of Cups with the Three of Cups. This is a card of disappointment and running ahead and speaking your mind. Interesting. Three of Cups celebrating, but in this card, Three of Cups have spilt here. Right. There's something I have to say to someone out there, and it's not for everyone, so don't get triggered at me if it's not your story. But Three of Cups, I almost want to say to you, like, your happiness is in your control. And your control only, you know, and it's really about making sure that we're not blaming others for how we feel. Now, number one, if someone's being horrid to you, then it's time to place boundaries. And if they keep pushing that boundary, then it's time to cut them out or spend less time with them. Or again, if you live with this person, it's having an emotional boundary, not allowing that to disturb your inner peace. Okay, don't let it in. And that could be what the Two of Swords is about. It's like closing yourself off, or again, making a decision. Because in this case, look at this. It's like, I'm upset and you have to hear about it and I'm going to go straight in. There's disappointment here, and you have a choice on whether you dive right in, you go and communicate with somebody and you go and express how disappointed you are or whatever, or just go full force into something out of spite or whatever this is, or we kind of rebuild again, or we get some help from others. That can actually be the case, because actually in this case they have one cup each, but together it's a three. So for some of you, it could be actually having better people around you. Let's get one more for the Three of Cups here. The Hierophant. So that's a commitment here. There could be a celebration again around a job or some sort of like commitment. This is very interesting. Because the decision is clearly about how we address something. I think in some cases this could again be whether we're going to allow the negatives to really kind of destroy what you're building for yourself, or destroy your life, really. Sometimes people hold on so much to the negative of what's happened in the past that they, years later, they're still affected by that thing that happened, and they repeat it over and over and over again and revisit it because it's just, you know, something that they still feel now because they're constantly repeating it. And, you know, your body doesn't really know the difference between a memory and what's happening now. That's why your body feels intensely towards things that we have been through in the past. You know, you still feel that emotion. So I don't know if that's a message for someone out there, but the decision clearly seems to be to do with a commitment of some kind, or friendship, or what we're committing to. Are we committing to something that's constantly disappointing you and being angry about it? Or are you going to actually change your environment, change your friends or something? Spend more time with people who celebrate you. I feel like this Hierophant is really about what you're spending your time giving to. It's kind of like a card of committing to something. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's go towards the Seven of Swords. That could be why that dissipating card came up, by the way. Like, are we just worried about something and allowing life to slip away? Okay, Seven of Swords with Justice. Again, if anyone has gone behind your back here, if anyone has been sneaky, it does feel like there is some karma coming through here. And truth, by the way. Justice is literally like, I mean, it could be legal situations. So maybe you're dealing with somebody who is trying to cut corners in a contract or something. Seven of Swords and a Justice card. Someone's not going to get away with something. It will be made known. Maybe someone feels like they're getting away with something. But the Justice is like, whether it's divine intervention, going, hold on a minute, we need a court case about this, a spiritual court, to bring this into balance. You know, things are being made fair. Okay, let's get one more for that. Ace of Wands. I don't know, like sometimes the Ace of Wands is like a fling sometimes, so I don't know if that's somebody here. But the Ace of Wands is also like, there is a new beginning, something that you're going to feel very passionate about. We have the wild card here, definitely a new beginning here, but it feels like there needs to be a balance. Something needs to be brought to light here so that you can really move forward and move on into something a lot more passionate and a lot less sneaky. Four of Cups, please. The High Priestess, that's very interesting. Because as we said, someone is being a little bit stubborn here and maybe not opening up. And the High Priestess, I don't know if something has been brought to light. Either you might be ignoring your intuition or someone's ignoring the truth or is not owning up to it. I don't know why I'm sensing that. But because we have very strong Piscean energy here with the High Priestess and the Hanged One, there is a knowing. Like, there is a knowing about the situation. God, what's going on? Four of Cups, please. Four of Cups, please. Yes, Seven of Cups here. There's like a little bit of confusion coming up. Illusion maybe even as well. What's interesting is the more that you ignore your intuition, the more confused you're going to get. For some of you might need to hear that, because I'm almost seeing like this one cup and this little mini cloud might just spiral. So it's really important to trust your intuition when it comes down to things. Otherwise, you're just going to confuse yourself a bit and feel a little bit lost. Others of you, I mean, I don't know if someone's, I don't know if someone's lying, or if this is to do with you, my angels. Right, the Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. This is beautiful because even though, yes, this speaks about love and a new emotional experience, sometimes this is about people. But because we have the Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, a lot about work, finances, and the Queen of Wands, like I really feel like this is you refilling up your heart space. Maybe after closing it out to somebody who was a bit deceptive. Okay, and maybe this is where the scales coming into balance here is you're really acknowledging some sort of truth about situation. Maybe that is the heart to heart. Maybe you're making peace with them, even if you're not, coming together. It's like something is being made peace of, I don't know, or you're giving yourself all this love, and this is bringing up your confidence. This is a glow up energy with the Queen of Wands. She's attractive, she's sexy, she's bold, she's assertive, she's optimistic, she has great ideas. She's unique. Okay, so this is what you're stepping into. The Eight of Pentacles, really working hard, really gaining those financial rewards from your hard work, building on your skills. Okay, if there's a project that you guys are doing, it's going to pay off for you. This does feel like a really good opportunity or project coming your way, and a lot of loving experiences ahead of you. Okay, so this is where that life is speeding up here, is coming through. Interesting. I'm going to look at this heart chakra and daughter romance, one for each. Heart chakra is coming through the 10 of Wands. So again, that's a little bit of baggage or holding on to something that is just exhausting for you. I think this is helping you to open up your heart space. The daughter romance, the Tower, and the Six of Cups being here as well. Someone you have history with. The Tower is like a separation. It's falling out. It's a breakup. The King of Wands could be with someone who has like a fire sign in a chart, or somebody was very interesting. The Five of Swords is definitely like a disagreement or an argument with someone that may have caused things to fall apart. Five of Wands, conflict. Oh, damn. Because we have the King and Queen of Wands, definitely someone that you were in a relationship with. I'm sorry, Cancer, I did not know we were going about 30 minutes. Damn, I will finish this out, sorry. Let's get one more, please. So what's the outcome of this situation? The Nine of Cups. Now, this is wish fulfillment in the situation. But because the Nine of Cups is just the 9, so whatever the wish fulfillment is for you, I think that you're going to be sitting pretty and happy at the end of this. But with this person, though, it's more about her personal achievements than anything else. King of Pentacles. This person could be focusing more on their finances, their business, or whatever. The Tower. The Emperor. And the Eight of Cups. So someone's walking away from the situation. The Emperor usually is about, having control. I did say that before. Maybe someone was a bit controlling and that's caused some sort of like breakup or argument or walking away. Again, the Emperor is very stubborn energy, by the way. Well, I think you're going to be sitting pretty at the end of this. With the Nine of Cups, like, you are going to get what you deserve at the end of the day. But it does definitely feel like it's something that's hurt you. Something that you anticipate might be coming back again. I mean, it is Mercury retrograde. But the Moon, I don't know. It feels like something is... We have the Seven of Pentacles here as well. So it kind of is like asking you, like, is this really worth it? Because the Moon is like, this is a very confusing, maybe even secretive, or just emotionally exhausting situation with somebody. So I don't know. I don't think I see that being a good outcome for you. Is that causing the dissipating? Like, make sure that we only really get one life. I do believe that we go into another life. I do believe in that, but technically this is the one that we definitely know we have. So don't let it escape you. This is the only life that you are you. That you are this person, that you have these things around you. So make sure we're taking advantage of what we have been given or what we can create and of who you are. Okay? This lady still has time because she's telling herself, oh, well, whatever. Or maybe she's just a little bit lost in that TV screen. It's really saying to make the most of what time you've got. Okay? My angels, I love you guys. I wish you all the best. So sorry for a really long reading. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it and that it resonated in some way and maybe helped you out. But anyway, I send you my love and I hope to see you guys next time. All right.